Good morning, good evening, and good night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Sly Report. I am your host and first mate of the Gold Fang crew. It's your boy, Gold D Rangs, and I'm here to give y'all the news on One Piece, chapter 11:10. So, without further ado, we gonna get right into it. Stay tuned. We start this chapter on the coast of Egghead Island. Black lightning is filling the sky. The Marines on the coast, they're observing it. They're like, dang, this is just like when St. Saturn arrives. And another one's like, well, what's going on? It's craziness. But as we should see, this black lightning is heralding one of the biggest events in modern One Piece history. But we can't stop here. We can't get caught up with the black lightning filling the sky. The Marines, they all giddy and upset. They like, what's going on? What's happening? We need to find out. We need to know what's going on. And we gonna find out what's going on. So stay tuned. I'm gonna give it to y'all. I'm gonna give it, as I said, black lightning filling the sky. We got Marines reacting to it. We got Bluegrass, she's reacting to it. We got Frankie and his group over there, they're reacting to it. We didn't see Dory and Bragi and two other nameless giants. They just heading towards the center of the island. And then we cut to the room of authority in the Holy Land. And in the room of authority, there is nothing but a black summoning circle on the ground. And as we see this, we hear Vegapunk's message still being played. It's still going. They've made their instant coffee. I think Vegapunk is either brewed or he has invented instant coffee in this 3-minute time span. And he says, now that we have coffee, how much time we have left? And I believe Shaka says, oh, we got like 7 minutes. It's not really a strict time frame, but 7 minutes. And Vegapunk's like, well, let's start on schedule. It's not like they can stop us anyway. It's amount of time. It's not going to be anything they can do to stop this message from getting out. And as he says that, we see the shadowy images of the rest of the elders being summoned out of their circle. Luffy's amazed. He's like, what's going on? There are 5 of you guys? What's happening? We then see in all of their demonic yokai glory the 5 elders, all in their yokai demon beast forms, and we get the rundown. And boy, is it a sight to see, because we get perspective, because Luffy's back to his normal size, so we see them compared to Luffy in size, and it's just woo-wee. But we gonna give you the rundown on who's who in this lineup, no pun intended, because we're not talking about who's who, but we are gonna talk about another CP9, CP0 agent a little bit later on. But right now, we gotta give you the rundown on the Goras. So first up, the man who ruined Kuma's life, the man we know the most about out of the Goras. So we got St. J. Garcia Saturn, the Gyuki. Then we got St. Marcus Mars as the Itsunade. We got St. Top Man Warkery as the Hoki. Then we got St. Ethan Baron V. Nasujuru as the Bakutsu. And then we got Saint Jupiter, Shepherd Jupiter, as the Sandworm. This is a lineup, and they're all huge, demonic, and they all have that black flame cloud. And this is important because we get the names of these demons and these forms that they have, but in nowhere does it say that these are devil fruits. It's no Abba no mi da 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 whatever. No, it's none of that. It's just straight up, these are the forms, these are them. And these mans are on timing. We briefly see Sanji, and he's like, man, I gotta warn the rest of the crew. He got Vegapunk on his shoulder. Well, I'm assuming he's lifeless right now, because, you know, the message is playing. We seen the heart monitor zero out, you know what I'm saying? If he's dead for real, permanent death, then RIP pouring out for the man Vegapunk. But Sanji's still on the move. He's still doing what he said he got to do. He's like, I got to let the crew know. I got to tell people that this is no longer a drill. We have to get out of here expeditiously. So we will continue to tell you what's happening, because this is just the beginning of where things start to go crazy. The first one in the action is Saint V Nasujiro. He looks what I'm assuming can only be a power of visual prowess that is granted to him by his demon form or demon powers or whatever, or is the power of extremely high level observation hockey, because he is located the nearest pacifista and he's off to the races. He's on the way, and mid-run he transforms into his hybrid demon form, and once he gets up on this pacifista, he slices it one time with the good sword, and it stops. It's frozen. It's everything inside is just frozen. You see the ice from the slash. The pacifist is down. The Marines are like, what's going on? The pacifists are going down. What's happening? All they can see is some kind of horse-like creature. This is how fast this man is moving. He's going down the coastline, slicing these pacifistas one at a time, and the people on the coast observing this do not even know that this is him doing it. They just like, hey, the pacifists are stopping. It seems they're being frozen internally. They can't move. And the Marines are like, hey, this is great for us. I don't know what's going on, but this is great for us. Now is the time we must eliminate Gxwd-Slyy. So, she was last seen headed to the northeast coast. We must intercept and eliminate. While this is going on, right, we got Saint Mars flying up to the Labo phase. We got Sanji, he's calling up. He's like, hey, somebody gotta answer. Y'all need to get out of here right now. This is no longer a drill. And then Nami picks up, she's like, what's going on? What's happening? And Sanji's like, hey, I ain't got time to really explain what's going on down here, but y'all got a literal monster flying up there right now. Y'all need to get going ASAP. And with that, we see Marcus Mars in his Tsunade form. He's flying right into the barrier on the Labo phase. There is an explosion, but we do not see him get through the barrier. We do not see the barrier be compromised. But if he does have the same healing regenerative power, as I was saying, if he does have the same regenerative powers that Saturn has been displaying, then it is safe to assume that he has not undergone any harm in said contact with the barrier. So we then, oh man, it's crazy stuff. We gonna get right back to it. I'm gonna be right back with you. We then get one more scene of V Nasu, and he's just still cutting down pacifistas. We then cut to Usopp, and Usopp is now on the phone with Sanji, and he's like, hey man, we good up here. Everybody together. We done met up with Brook and Lilith. We got the Sunny to stop in his tracks, you know what I'm saying? I handled that because, as you can see in the background of the panel, Usopp has stopped the Sunny with his bamboo shoot attack. So that's a W for Usopp in my book. Usopp is out here looking out for the crew. Without the ship, what would they do? You feel me? But that's neither here nor there. So he relays to Sanji that, hey, we ready to go. We definitely gonna get out of here. But Jinbei and Zoro have not returned. So we then cut to Jinbei, and he's talking to Sanji. He's like, dang, it seems like things are going bad. Seems like a tight situation going on. But, you know, when I find Zoro, If I gotta drag him back by force, if they still scrapping, I'ma drag him back by force. So, that is the plan right now going forward. Jinbei, when he locates Zoro, he's like, hey man, we gotta get out of here. Y'all gotta stop all this scrapping. But as we gonna see, ain't gonna be no need for that. But we must continue in our coverage of this Egghead incident. So we will. So we now cut over to Zoro and Lucci. They have clashed. And Lucci has knocked the Enma from Zoro's grip. And it's flying up in the air. It's twirling. We see it twirling. And Lucci takes this time and he's like, hey, aren't you curious about all the strong haki that's popping up downstairs? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? And Zoro's like, yeah, it is cropping up everywhere. But that ain't trying to be the, he ain't about to be distracted by that. He locked in. So then Jinbei pops up and he's on the phone with Sanji. Sanji's like, all right, sorry, it's all up to you, Jinbei. And Jinbei's like, hey, I found them. They're still at it. And Sanji hears this and he's like, man, this Moss head, man, he's such an idiot. Don't he know he putting us all in danger right now? Why is he being such a burden? Now Zoro hears this and instantly he is now locked in. He is now in all right, it's win time. Like before, this was just me distracting this man. Now it's time for me to win and get out of here. I can't have this number 4 man, the cook, as he would say, calling me out, calling me a burden. No. This is not how that works. So, Zoro locks in. Lucci comes in and hit him with the spotted handgun attack. Zoro, being locked in and being who he is, now dodges all of the attacks. While the Enma is still spinning in the air, he then Sorry, I'm excited. Jesus. He then catches the Enma. He places the Wado in his mouth. And he performs 3-sword style spotted leopard Hahava hunt. A new attack. An attack, mind you, that is now named in the same naming scheme as the attacks Lucci likes to use. So not only is this disrespect, not only is this proof that you were never a threat, now you are now immortalized in the naming techniques of the 3-sword man. So that's the end we get of that. Jinbei's all like, ha. Zoro's like, yeah. Posing, you know what I'm saying? Posing on him. Giving him the But we must continue. We cannot get caught up on this. We must continue. So we shall. Please stay tuned. All while this is happening, Saint Saturn is still attacking Luffy. Luffy's still dodging. At one point, Jupiter in his sandworm form digs underground, right? And Luffy's like, where is he going? He's digging underground like a worm. What's going on? But while all of that is happening, while Zoro's beating Lucci, while Sanji's trying to gather the crew, make sure they escape and still get, where he's going, while all of this is happening, Luffy is still doing his thing with Saint Saturn. Jupiter's somewhere underground. We cut back to Luffy, and he is now surprised because in mid-fight, this man, Jupiter, is going to come from underground and swallow Luffy. Swallow Luffy. Not Luffy, the man who likes to eat his enemies, or try to eat his enemies, or bite on them, or whatever. Not him getting a taste of his own medicine. Oh no. I just found that a little bit funny. He dead tried to eat Lucci earlier this arc, and now he's being eaten. It's just funny. Anyways, that happens. And in the distance, we see Dory and Broggy, and they see this happen, and they're like, hey man, that's no place for that man to be. The dark belly of this monster is no place for the likes of him. So they run in and oh yeah, we about to get it on. They run in. They both slice clean through Jupiter with an attack called Sawing Sun. And free Luffy. And Luffy comes out laughing. He's like, ah. And Dory and Brogy are laughing like, yeah. They all just laughing, having a good time. Luffy's like, oh man, the old timer giants. You guys are here too? And they're like, hey man, Straw Hat, it's been a long time, buddy. What's going on? Man, the wait was unbearable. We had to come see you, man. And that is where this chapter ends. But I just want y'all to understand how funny this is. These three men are literally laughing and chatting it up. Like Luffy was not just eating, and they're not facing down the demon rulers of the world. Like this is not the biggest modern event in One Piece history. They is just like, oh man, it's good to see you, but boy, how you been? Man, it's crazy, and it's only gonna get crazier. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. This is the final saga, ladies and gentlemen. And this ride is only gonna get more crazy. So I prepare. Whew, look at me. I can't even speak. I'm so excited. I suggest y'all prepare. Buckle up. Eat your Wheaties. Drink your juice. Drink your water. Stay hydrated. Because I'm telling you, this is only going to get better from here on out. Thanks again for tuning in with us today on the Sly Report. My name is Gold D Rings, first mate of the Gold Fang crew, and I am happy to bring y'all the news on One Piece every week. Same bat time, same bat channel, as they used to say on the 60s Batman. And if you're looking for me, you can find me on all the social medias talking that One Piece talk. So, once again, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time.